We recognise that IT capability is going to look very different in the future.
This is all about augmenting the human.
It's based on an understanding of the impact on society.
If you can create a context where your team understands what it does really matters, then you can get anyone to work for your team.
People working in technology have a huge impact on everyday life in all sorts of ways.
I don't think any of you in this room can afford to ignore this debate.
Welcome to Westminster for the latest in a series of events from the BCS Chartered Institute for IT, the IT Impact. Tonight, we're going to be discussing the role of innovation, of disruption in technology, and how teams and societies must adapt or die.
We're trying to give people a voice, putting some ideas in front of them and see what happens.
We have three fascinating speakers this evening who'll be looking at the future, the past and the present. Paul Martinenko will be casting his eye into the future and looking at the technologies that will be impacting societies and organisations.
Hoping people will take away with it is that, it's a fantastic opportunity, but we've got to get it right. We start to move into a cognitive period, and this is where making IT good for society comes in. We stand shoulder to shoulder with the doctor.
Caroline Daniel will be casting her eye back and looking at how society has embraced change in the past.
There is actually an astonishing mismatch between the fear of automation and the actual reality. The employment rate in the UK right now is roughly the same as it was in the 19th century. That's despite all our technology advances. I'm hoping it'll be very relevant to people in the room who care about IT and who read about killing their children's futures. I'm going to correct a lot of those ideas.
And then we look at the future with Tom Loosemore. If you're faced with a wave of technological change, how do you equip a team to run towards it rather than run away from it?
I have a belief that the way you do great work in this era is by focusing on the culture of a team.
The teams that deliver great services are a mixture of multidisciplinary skills, of which the IT people are only a part.
We open up the discussion to the floor to see if we can build on those ideas.
Conversation's really good. I've sat around a table with people I've never met, and actually it was great to share ideas.
The topics, the conversations are very relevant. IT can actually be an enabler rather than something that people fear.
I'm going to go into the law firm tomorrow and I'm going to say, do you know what, I think we've been doing some of this all wrong.
Key thing for me was responsibility, the responsibility that we all have as IT professionals and how we can use that to make IT good for society.